Good afternoon, everybody. The feeling that I come back here is always a mixed feeling. Always feel different, right? Before that, thank you, Jonathan, and all my friends from MDEC, all the government agencies. Good afternoon, konnichiwa, hajime mashite, all my Japanese friends. And so, okay, since John brought up this topic, right, I probably go through a little bit about the background between myself and Magic, okay? So, I left Malaysia in year 2000 to pursue the further studies in Australia. So I spent a good 10, 12 years there. So I started two startups in Australia, one in Brisbane, one in Melbourne. And then what I did there is also I obtained my degree. I obtained my bachelor's, I obtained my master's, I obtained my PhD in machine learning. So about 2014, late 2014, that was when I exited my first startup. And then my good friend, Rickson, founder of 12 Plus, actually gave me a call and say, he saw me, he's also in the tech circle. So I never left the tech circle. I have always been very active in developing software, website, mobile applications and stuff. And then he said, hey, you know what? There's this organization called Magic. It's just recently founded. So in April. And then he said, you want to come back and have a look? So I said, yeah, why not, right? So that phone call actually changed my life. So when I joined Magic in about, I think October that year, October 2014, and we've been through a lot of stuff. We set up the academy, etc. And then after I served my 1 year contract at Magic, so I was looking for the next thing to do. So many of you are aware that I'm data scientist. Okay, I speak a lot in ABCD. So maybe I'll test some of the audience here. What's the ABCD we always talk about in tech? What's the A? Take a wild guess. AI, right? So A when we talk about A is AI. A B, what's the B that we talk about? Big data. Okay, no, not big data anymore. We used to talk a lot of big data, but nowadays we have to say blockchain. Yeah, we have to say blockchain. Okay, and then C is for cloud computing, and these for data science. So today I'm going to talk about the E that I hardly talk about in front of public, okay, which is the education. So if you ask any of the startup founders here, right, they will tell you that, Dr. Lau, it's very hard to hire technical people here. It's very hard to hire developers, and especially I come from JB, so I come from Johor. So any good talents, when you see them, they ask them, where do you work? Singapore. That's the first thing Any JB kids, if you grow up and your dream is not to go to work in Singapore, your parents will scold you. Pretty much that's the case, okay? So what happened is that back in 2014, so we look around, we look for events, all right? If you look around, there are many events, okay? There are many startup events, there are many business networking events. Networking events are good to a certain extent, but they participate in too many those sort of network events like Jack Ma always say, right? Your left hand warm your right hand warm your left hand, whatever, but it doesn't sound right. But then we're looking for technical courses, technical workshops. So that's how LEAD started. And then we continue to organize workshops. And as people start to realize is that there's no continuity there, right? You come to this workshop, you feel good. Yeah, you learn about a lot of the courses. You learn about, let's say, hybrid, you learn about web development. You come here for 2-3 hours, you learn something new. Yeah, but there's no continuity. So we take this to the next level, which is a full course. So we build courses around that. We build technical courses, we build full stack courses, and of course, in the startup environment, your two main thing is, number one is your product, right? That's how your website, your mobile apps is going to come in place. And number two, actually, what is going to give you the advantage to go against those big boys is the data, right? So these are the two things that's your most precious assets here. And as Malaysian, we all strongly believe that education is something that changes people's life. And in particular, technical educations or tech jobs, tech is the one that's creating jobs for you. More opportunity, more job opportunities. Yeah, people has been wondering like, oh, AI is going to dominate the world, AI is going to take over a lot of jobs. But for every job, let's say an ATM machine, they took over a teller's job, right? But at the same time, we are going to create a lot more higher value jobs that's going to help people. Okay, so those are the things that we have been looking at, and that's why we focus on web development and data science, that sort of activities at workshop. So once we take that a bit further, something that I think as a piece of advice for startup is that I would like to give you some counterintuitive advice. All right. So whenever you go for those events, or somebody will tell you that the most important thing if you run a startup is your passions. You need to work hard. Those are your basic requirements. So same thing if you talk about the technical side, right? You talk about tech educations. You are looking for something that can help you. If your solution is not going to be faster, cheaper, better than your competition, then you are not on the right track. So that is what startup is all about. Startup is something that helps everybody to challenge the status quo, right? It's something that gives you the feeling that you're so annoyed, you cannot tahan whatever thing is being done right now. And that's why you founded a startup, okay? That's how you should look at your startup, as a product that helps the people. Now, no matter what, as a closing remark, myself, lead, and all of you, and some of the lead alumni is also here. Our job is help put Malaysia onto a global technology map together. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Dr. Lau is me on stage. And I'd like to also invite once again Mr. Jonathan to come on stage, please. Join us on stage. First and foremost, I'd like to say thank you very much to the both of you. And of course, let us express our sense of gratitude. And with that, I'd like to invite on stage Mr. Taichi Hiramatsu to present a token of appreciation to these two wonderful gentlemen out here.
Oh. Look at the camera. Domo arigato.